So I'm 22 years old, and just recently I decided to pick up a couple new hobbies, things that have really interested me that I always sort of told myself, oh, one day, oh, I'll get to it or I'll do that or whatever, because I gotta prioritize my job, making money, and school, the gym, that type of stuff. Very generic, staple things in a person's daily routine. So why? 17 years old, right when I graduated high school. So I would turn 18 like a month later. I started working a full-time job immediately in the summer out of high school. And I was setting myself up to do this job for quite some time. It was just kind of, I didn't really know what I wanted to do fully. And it was good money. I mean, okay money and a good start, right? So I started working right out of high school. And I kind of knew immediately, this is like not what I want to do. But I have a lot of financial goals, and I live in a very, very expensive city where majority of people do not make enough to actually afford living. So it's very financially motivated. Yeah, so working, even though I hated it, was like a huge priority. Like, what can I do? Start making the most amount of money available to me at the time based on what I could offer, right? My skill sets, stuff I knew. And then you kind of fall into this whole routine of like, I'm not an early riser, but my job always started early in the morning. I start at 6:30 a.m. And you just kind of fall into this routine of like, you go to bed too late, wake up early, tired, not really enjoying the job I'm going to, come home, and then wanting to pursue my fitness goals, even though it's like really a chore, especially when you're tired. I mean, I don't enjoy working out that much. I mean, I'm in decent shape. I'm definitely not out of shape. I'm not shredded or anything like that, but I'm a relatively fit person, and I believe in eating well and exercising often, but working out was not a hobby, it was a chore. It was like, this is just base maintenance, like you have to do this, and I don't really enjoy it. I mean, I do, like, but really if you go every day driving to the gym, doing this and that, it's like, I just hated the time commitment of it all. And I know you can do 45-minute workouts and whatever, and that is what I did, but that's still what I didn't enjoy. I was like, I don't know, it's just I like working out. I don't like having to do it every day or feel like I got to do it every day. But really, it's not so much that, it's the fact that my life then, let me fall back on track here. So I'd come home from work, I would exercise, and then I'd kind of just fucking hang around or attempt in pursuing whatever little ambitions I had, right? Whether making a website or like this, for example, starting a YouTube channel, which I actually hadn't really done before, but all types of things, Amazon, FBA, like whatever type of bullshit, right? To pursue that whole financial gain, right? So all types of things that didn't work out. I didn't really give it enough time because it was nothing I was actually passionate about. I couldn't care about it. I only wanted to do it because it's like, oh, you can make money doing this, but it's hard to stick to something when money's your only motivation and you don't actually enjoy it, right? So about 2 years out of high school though as well, I then decided I'll go to college while working full time. So I was working full time, doing night classes for business, relatively generic, but there was a reason behind it. It wasn't just a blanket choice. It is fairly generic, but there was reason there, and there's a career path that I was thinking about pursuing as I was almost kind of at the end of the career I'm in now, which is an electrician. So, which I'm almost Red Seal certified, and I'm 22, and I already knew I didn't want to do this forever. So I started looking at, okay, well, what's a way I could phase myself out of this, right? And I knew some family and stuff who was in banking and makes a good bit of money. And there's pros and cons to both. Very opposite end of the spectrum from being a construction electrician to a private wealth manager. But it was something that interests me. So I started going to school for business, and then this is what my life became. Wake up, go to work, come home, exercise, go to school, and or do homework. And because it was night classes, so I'd have to be at work at 6:30 a.m. My night classes would end at 9:30. I would only get home around 10, and then I feel like I haven't really had any time to myself, so I kind of fuck around on my phone until probably about 11 p.m. at night. And so every day I'm kind of getting not, and I never do, still to this day, I don't really feel like I get enough sleep. I mean, it is enough, but I could, like, on the weekends I sleep way longer, and I know I could do with more sleep for sure. But I would get between 5 and 7 hours of sleep, depending, right? Like, when I'm actually falling asleep versus going to bed. But generally I'd only be going to bed at 11, which, right, if you think about that, I'm waking up at 5:30 a.m. to get ready for work. So there's 6 hours right there, right? And recently, I guess it's sort of, I started contemplating, like, what am I doing? Like, I know I have this huge financial goal. I want to set myself up. I want to be financially independent. I would like to be able to own a home, and some materialistic things in there as well. Like, it'd be nice to have a nice car, even though I have a truck that I really enjoy. It's a really nice truck. So I don't care too much about that type of stuff, but more so just the financial independence, right? So basically though, I found myself like every day was just doing some type of chore, right? Working, exercising, homework, and or school. And I found that I really wasn't enjoying my day-to-day, and I'm 22, right? So as I contemplated this, I started to think, like, I know I'm motivated by money, but am I gonna wait until I am fully financially set to actually start doing the things in life that I would like to do, right? Like, to just enjoy myself. And I thought about that, because that's kind of honestly how I always treated it. Like, I don't have time to do anything else than just sort of leave myself available to pursue career related things, right? And so when I was finishing up my last semester in college for business school, I talked to my mom about it. I was really thinking, like, I'm not even 100% sure if banking's what I want to go into, right? This is just another thing I'd be pursuing that I don't know if I want to do, sort of like electrical, right? So I've done 4 years of electrical school, completed, passed provincial exams, and I've almost completed all my work hours to get certified. I've done all this for something that I already know I'm not really gonna do. It's kind of just a fallback, right? But it's like, do I want to now pursue another thing that might, as soon, once I've done all the school and whatever, I'm immediately gonna be like, oh, this isn't really what I want, right? So I said, let me at least take term or a semester off. So I didn't sign up for school. And I told myself, with this free time, I am going to reschedule my life in a way that allows me to just start doing more things that I'm actually interested in and would enjoy. And so, oh, and also with the exercising is I just bought some kettlebells and started working out at home, and that changed the whole thing of like having to go to the gym and the whole transport part that I really hated. I really hated having to come home, change, get ready for the gym, drive to the gym, work out, wait for equipment, come home, shower, change again, versus just coming home, take my work clothes off, throw a pair of shorts on, and work out right there in my room. And I get a killer workout too, but then it's like you just boom, take the shorts off and hop right in the shower. You save a bunch of time. So I've really been enjoying that in terms of the fitness part, the exercising part. It's good cardio too, the kettlebells, so kind of don't have to go for runs or be on a treadmill or jump rope or any of that type of shit. It's kind of a 2-in-1. But yeah, so I picked up a bunch of things with this time, and I've really been enjoying it. One of the first things I did was I bought myself a guitar. I did guitar lessons when I was really young. I never got really good at it, but it was something that I always thought to myself, like, man, like, what kind of person do I want to be, right? Like, I want to have interesting things to say about myself. I want to have interesting characteristics and attributes that make me a more unique person. And it's like, I couldn't name anything that I do that's interesting. And I know I would love to be able to play guitar. So it's like, instead of waiting forever for the perfect opportunity, there is no perfect opportunity, right? That never comes. You just have to start doing the thing. So I bought myself a guitar, and dude, I mean, I've been loving it, right? I'm not good, but I have it hanging up in front of me actually too. And it's just, every time I look at it, man, I just want to pick it up. I want to pluck away, strum some chords, and just try to learn, really just learning riffs and stuff right now. But dude, just the idea of being able to play an instrument, and a wicked sounding instrument, is like, it's exciting, man. It really is. Like, it gets me, like, there's a whole level of excitement to it. And I've been, I get a lot of joy out of it, man. And it's cool. It's cool being able to realize that too, right? So after that, then this YouTube channel, this is another thing. And I know these videos, like, I don't know how they'll do, but it doesn't matter, right? It's not about the results that you're getting. It's just about, are you enjoying the thing that you're doing? And this has been a lot of fun. I've been practicing, learning how to edit a bit. Like, the first video I put up like 2 weeks ago at this time or whatever, I didn't even know how to I didn't even know how to do anything at all, right? Like, so just this process of figuring out how to edit videos, and I know my videos aren't really heavily edited and nothing crazy, but this has been cool. It's been fun doing this. I'm like always excited to hop on and record something. And then I've been picking up like other hobbies like hunting. So I've just gone and done a bunch of my licenses to go hunting. Hunting season just started like a month ago. September 1st to 10th was open for bows, and after that rifles, and now in October it's like you can get any buck. So I've got a buddy who goes hunting, and now I've just got license and all my stuff, and it's the perfect season. So it's like, just yeah, man, it's been really, really good. And filling my time with all of these things that are actually interesting to me, and I'm actually naturally inclined and motivated to do, versus feeling like I have to force myself to do it. Oh man, like it really, really, really does. It's changed. It's been changed. I can feel it. It's been changing my life. Like, now with the school, like, I might go back to, right? Like, that's fine. Like, I'm taking a break and I'm figuring it out, but making that promise to myself that I'm not just going to sit around on my phone if I'm not going to school, and I'm actually going to try to spend my time pursuing things that actually interest me. I mean, oh man, I'd recommend that to anybody out there who is finding themselves stuck in a position of like, your day in and day out is just, it's not exciting and it's not enjoyable. This static way of living, don't do it to yourself, man. I mean, I would say find literally anything. Like, and keep in mind too, man, I genuinely would sit and wonder for so long, like, what am I even good at? And I still couldn't tell you. I could not tell you anything that I'm good at naturally. But you don't have to be good. Just find the thing that you'd be interested in doing. And even if you suck at it, as long as you enjoy it, man, spend your time doing that. Don't spend, if you're an insane person, then you spend all your time doing that. And then maybe you become the Michael Jordan of whatever it is that you're doing, right? But that's like a massive cost, right? I mean, you're given everything for that one thing. But talking about your average person, man, instead of sitting around on your phone, if your life is pretty static, like how mine was feeling, do anything, man. Create something, put something out there, make some music, follow a Bob Ross video on YouTube and paint something, make some YouTube videos like what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. What else? Like, build something. I don't know what it is. Sing, right? It doesn't matter. But if you enjoy it, use that free time. Use that free time you have and just make something. Make something and put it out there. Keep it to yourself, but it really, yeah, man, serious life changer.